Last time I found out the night before my wedding that whoever marries on my family's estate inherits it. And now my relatives are acting like I'm stealing it from them. This morning, before I could even have breakfast, my grandmother called. She never calls. She doesn't even own a cell phone. I swear she must have borrowed someone else's just to get to me. She didn't say good morning. She just said, "Meet me in the library." Now. The library is her private office in the east wing of the estate. It smells like dust, leather, and a little bit like whiskey. And as a kid, I wasn't even allowed to walk past the door without knocking. When I got there, she was sitting in her old high-backed chair, the family Bible open on her lap. She didn't look at me at first. She just tapped the page with a perfectly manicured nail. "This," she said, "is why they're all mad." On the inside cover, in faded ink, was a handwritten note. "The house shall pass to the couple wed within its grounds, in the sight of God and family." It wasn't a legal document, just an old, probably meaningless note from some ancestor. But in our family, tradition is law. I told her I didn't even want the estate. My fiancé and I already have a house in the city. She just stared at me like I'd told her I didn't want heir. Then she said something that made my stomach twist. "It's not about the land. It's about what's buried on it." I asked her what that meant, but she brushed it off, saying, "We don't talk about such things before a wedding," which is exactly the kind of cryptic, frustrating answer my grandmother lives for. By the time I got back to my room, my mom was in tears because half the seating chart had been rearranged without her permission. Apparently, my uncle had insisted that his side of the family not be seated anywhere near mine until this inheritance nonsense is settled. My maid of honor tried to distract me by helping with my makeup, but halfway through, she stopped and said, "Okay, please don't hate me, but your cousin just posted something on Facebook." It was a photo of my fiancé, this morning, sitting at a cafe in town with my uncle. I don't know if it was the coffee or the conversation, but they both looked way too comfortable. When I called my fiancé, he didn't answer. Texted me 5 minutes later. "Don't panic, I'll explain everything later." Later? My wedding is in 3 hours. Now I have three problems. My family is treating my wedding like a battle for the crown. My fiancé is meeting with the one person who most wants me to not get married here. And I can't stop wondering what my grandmother meant about what's buried on the estate. And here's the kicker. 10 minutes ago, one of the caterers told me they found something in the garden while setting up. They won't tell me what it is.